Hi, I'm Darryn Farrugia and welcome. So here's another video in this Stickshot series. This is going to be ongoing. It could possibly go for the next few years if you're not careful. Anyway, I wanted to show you this Stickshot idea that I've been messing around with. It's certainly not something that's original, but something that I like teaching and something that's fun to play and sounds good. So I call this the Flam Buzz Stickshot because it consists of a flam, a buzz, and a stickshot. Anyway, I'm just going to break down what it is and how to play it. We're going to start with a flam. And when I say a flam, it's going to be a left side flam. So that means that the primary stroke is the left hand and the grace note is the right hand. It's really simple. That's going to sound like this. So that's the first step. Then what we're going to do with that primary stroke, that left hand stroke, is we're going to play it as a buzz stroke. That will sound like this. Then we just add a stick shot, so that'll be the right hand hitting the left stick, again if you're right-handed. What I'll do is I'll think of this as quarter notes. So the flam with the buzz is on beats 1 and 3, and the stick shot will be on beats 2 and 4. So I'm going to count this in fairly slowly so you can hear how this idea works in tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll do the same thing. I'm going to add 2 and 4 to the hi-hat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Etc. So I would start practicing that first, just working on the sounds, making sure that the flam is really clear, making sure that you've got that buzz going with the left hand. Now you don't really need to sustain that buzz, it just needs to be long enough so that you're burying the stick into the head and then you're using the right stick to hit that left stick to create the stick shot. So just work on that first. Just think of those quarter notes. So what we're going to do now is take that idea and play it in 3/4. The rhythm is 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and 1. So we're going to apply that flam buzz stick shot to that rhythm. Now before I continue, I will say that there is a PDF that accompanies this lesson, so if you want to download that, if that adds any clarity to this lesson, please, I'll leave a link in the description below. So here's that pattern in 3/4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to put this in some context. I want to play this pattern across 2 bars of 4/4. So the way I'll do that is think of 2 bars of 3/4, which gives me 6 beats and then an additional 2 beats. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Once that begins to feel comfortable to you, then see if you can play the hi-hat on every second beat. So at this point, we're still thinking as 3/4, 3/4, 2/4. So the hi-hat in the first bar will be on beat 2. In the second bar, the hi-hat will be on beats 1 and 3. And then in the 2/4 bar, the hi-hat will be on beat 2. So I'm going to count this in 3/4. Again, 2 bars of 3/4 in, but I'm going to keep the hi-hat on 2 and 4, or at this stage, every second beat. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It gets to a point when you do that long enough that you start hearing it in 4/4. So what I'm going to do now is play you an example where I play 2 bars of time in 4/4, and then I'm going to play that phrase that I just played. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. At that tempo, you can hear that I'm actually swinging the phrase. So I'm not playing straight eighth notes, but I'm actually swinging those eighth notes. But what I'll do now is take the tempo up to a more straight eighth note kind of setting so you can hear how this pattern would work as straight eighth notes. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. An alternative would be to end the fill or exit the fill on the and of 4. So rather than hitting a cymbal beat on beat 1, we can anticipate that on the and of 4. That will sound like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So once you get this idea going, then you can start thinking of other types of phrases. One of the phrases I like to play, which is a little bit more complex, is in 7. So I'll play it for you. I'll count it in 7 so that you can hear the rhythm of it. And again, I'm just applying this concept to this rhythm in 7/4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then what I like to do is once I've practiced that enough where I don't have to think of it in 7, I like to play it across 4 bars of 4/4. So I'm going to play 4 bars of time, a little uppish tempo-wise, and then I'm going to play this 7 phrase across 4 bars of 4/4. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. An orchestration thing I like to do is to play that flam or that grace note on different surfaces. So for example, if we go back to our original version, which was in 2/4 or 4/4, basically playing each quarter note, I'm going to split that first beat between the floor tom and the snare drum. So instead of that, we get this. So here's the example with the quarter notes, beats 2 and 4 are the stick shots. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can use the first tom as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's a good thing to practice, you know, the idea of getting your right hand around the kit. So then if I apply that idea to the pattern in 3/4, we get this, and I'm just going to alternate my right hand between these 2 toms, and I'm just going to play that pattern or that phrase across 2 bars of 4/4 as I did earlier. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's that same idea, but in 7. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Another thing that's worth practicing is randomly moving between all of these patterns, but still thinking in 4/4. I'm going to do that now. I'm going to play the hi-hat on 2 and 4, and I'll play 4 bars of time and then 4 bars of the phrase, but I'm just going to mix those phrases up within that 4 bars. Here we go. 4 bars of time up front. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So there you go, that's what I call the Flam Buzz stick shot. And like I said, you can just be as creative as you want with this rhythmically. I gave you some examples in 2/4, 4/4, 3/4 and 7/4, but right at the end of that last example I kind of just stretched it out, and probably that might have been in 5, I have no idea. But it's just a great fun thing to play with and improvise with, and just, you know, get creative with it, I guess. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, give it the thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, subscribe, and remember to hit that notification button so that you know when I've uploaded a video, which is every week. So until next week, folks, have a great week, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.